So 5 things that you realistically need to really check into to prepare for repatriation.
I don't know where we're going.
Okay, family, I've been trying to do this video for you guys, and it's been a little bit of a challenge. So I'm going to do it really quick. Hopefully I don't get any phone calls. This is like my fourth time trying to do it because I keep getting interruption. So there's 5 things that I really feel like all of us, and this is what I'm doing now. This is things I'm working on. So I figured, let me share this with you. So I'm trying to figure out 5 things that I really feel that need to be addressed before you make that move to Africa or wherever you plan on repatriating to. I plan on repatriating to Africa. Your finances, like baking, purging your home, purging your stuff, residual income, online source of income. And what was the 5th thing? I wrote it down. Online banking. Residual income, minimizing debt, purging your home, and your banking. Okay. So, banking. You need to figure out where you're going to bank, how you're going to have access to your money. You don't want to get blacked out of your money. So, that's another thing that I really, I need to figure out fees, debt going into I'm going to incur. Would it be better for me to bank over there? Should I have a bank here on there? Because right now I have like 5 accounts, and it's insane. I have my money all over the place. What accounts I should condense to, what accounts I should keep, what accounts I should close, because I do black owned, I do credit union, I do, it's all over the place. But that's something that's real. You need to make sure you have a good idea of how you're going to handle your money, the fees, what fees are incurred dealing with international money in here. The second thing is purging your home. All right, we accumulate stuff. Here, stuff that we don't even need. I have like 100 books, y'all. I don't read 100 books. I just keep them because I'm so attached to my books. But I know I can't take all those books with me, but there are certain books I will take. So I'm going to have to purge through my stuff. Clothes, your kitchen. You might have all these pots and pans. Do you need all those pots and pans? Really? Do you need all those pots and pans? Probably not. You have to think what is going to be worth you purging, what's worth you taking. Do you want to take your furniture with you over to your new homeland, or do you want to sell it here and take the money with you to your homeland? You have to think, will it be cheaper to buy furniture there, or would it be cheaper to put all your stuff in containers and ship it over there? Your car, do you want to buy a car over there? Do you want to ship your car? Think about those things. So when I go over to Africa, one of the things that is definitely on my agenda is pricing. I'm going to go to furniture store, see what is it like, what the furniture looks like, how much it's going to cost. Does it make sense for me to buy furniture, or does it make sense for me to bring my furniture over there, or should I do half and half? So that's one of the things that I will definitely be doing. Oh, and kitchen equipment. Think about it. Your kitchen equipment. I need my juicer. So why buy a juicer when I can just ship my juicer over there? Why buy a blender? I want to get a really good blender because that's part of my whole wellness tip. So I'm thinking about all those things. I'm into fermenting. I'm into sprouting. I'm into making my own natural sodas. So I want to take my bottles. It's real. That's real for me. I want to take my container so that I can have my fermented food. That's real for me. It may not be for you. For me, my clothes, I'm getting rid of clothes. I'm selling clothes. I'm like, I can take clothes over there and sell. So you have to think about all of these things. Minimizing debt. We have a lot of stuff that, we're on the automatic lifestyle. We have debt, just, we don't even think about our bills. Our bills just automatically come out of our account. And I'm right now in the process of combing through my bank statements. And I mean, like, I'm going to have to go through the whole year and just really look at everything that's coming out of my account, from AAA to, AARP to IPSI to Google this, Google that, Prime, and just start systematically cutting things off, because when you go into Africa, you're not going to need all those things. You're not going to use all those things. So and I'm getting myself, and what I'm saying for what you should do, I'm saying it to myself. Everything I'm saying to myself. You need to get in the habit of not having to spend money. Get in the habit of just saving money. And I realize I'm more of a spender than a saver. So that's something I have to work on. Definitely go through all your account and just comb through it. And do that every month. And when you see a certain charge, and decide right then and there, is this something you're going to need in the future, or do you need to cut it off? Like right now, I can't cut off my my insurances. I need all my insurances, so that's going to be something that stays. But then I'm also with all these different kind of stash, Capital One, get rid of it. Residual income is real. Residual income. And for those of you who don't know what residual income, please look it up. I'm going to explain it a little bit. Residual income is you making money in your sleep, literally. You put a little bit of effort to get the maximum result. Like simple, like Hex. For those who don't know, you Hex look at us as residual income. That's why they treat you so good. You want to try the perfume? Oh no, not Hex. Hex is not open anymore. Macy's. You see how much I shop. Macy's. So they'll have the customer. They ask you for your credit card, and you buy something, right? And you're paying, and then you go back and you buy something else, and you go online and you buy something. That's like residual income, because you're coming back month after month after month. When you have if you're an IPSI shopper, that's residual income. You have your stuff on automatic debit, so you're debited every month to get whatever little makeup you have from IPSI. That's residual income for IPSI, because they're getting paid for it over and over and over again. I have to think about different ways of getting residual income for myself. Now, one of the things that I'm looking at is a susu.
So it typically takes about 4 weeks to receive a sum of the contributions after you join a friends and family savings group. And each week starts on Sunday through Saturday. So on week 1, you will be in the fire position. On week 2, you will be in the air position. And on week 3, you will be in the earth position. And then on week 4, you will be in the water position, and you will receive the pool of contributions when you are in the water position on week 4. So
that's one way. Starting your own online business, that's another way. I have an MLM. That's another way I could keep my MLM, get customers through that. So that's residual income. So you have to think about the residual income. It's important to have that money coming in, I have coming in every month. And then the last thing is, while I'm going over there, and yes, I want to start a business and create jobs and be a positive part of the society over there, I still will need to have some kind of income or something that's going to keep me afloat while I put these things in place, these systems in place. So I have to think about that. I need to figure out my online business. Am I going to work for a telemarketing group like a lot of these places do? They rent out, they pay people in other countries, and you're calling them, you're like, where are you at? You're in Bangladesh, you're talking for your T-Mobile account, and you're talking to someone in Bangladesh. You're like, how you want to help me over there? So, maybe I could looking into some of that, the home health care. So many online jobs that you can do, and I'm thinking with the time difference where I could do the job and it won't conflict with where I'm at. So that's also an option. I'm also looking into maybe creating my website and creating products. So I have to think about what kind of online business, what kind of online job or whatever that I want to do that will maintain me while I get my business up and running. So those are the 5 things that I'm actively working on now, because I feel personally that it's very important to have these things in place before, way before the time of me and what have you to move to whatever country I plan on moving to. So research your banking, how you're going to do your banking, minimize your debt, pay off all your debt. If you don't know how to do that, I follow Dave Ramsey, and he teaches the snowball effect, and that's the effect that I'm using. And if you don't know what the snowball effect is when you take your bills from largest to smallest and you slowly pay them off.
She asks, I'm on baby step number 2, and I'm torn between taking up more shifts at work and maybe even getting a side gig at night to pay the debt off faster. And I'm feeling guilty about the time it would take away from my
smallest bill is something like, I don't know, Ipsy. That's going to be gone. And then my largest is my student loan. So that's going to be on the bottom. So my student loan is going to be the last thing I'm worried about. My goal is to have this car paid off by the time I go to overseas, because I do plan on shipping my car for me personally. I'm going to price that into it, because that's something I feel I really want to have when I'm overseas. So definitely, if you don't know about the snowball effect, go follow Dave Ramsey. He is amazing. He teaches a lot of great information. He has helped me a lot get my credit together, pay off my debt, and what have you. So that's definitely a must. Residual income. Look into SUSUs. Look into MLMs. Figure out what works for you, but definitely you will need that residual income. That's a must. The money you're going to get in over and over every month. And online business or online job, something that's going to maintain you while you are figuring out your setting up, getting yourself settled, getting your employees together, whatever it is you're doing for your business over on the continent. So those are my 5 things. All right. So I hope that helped you. I hope it helps me, because it helps me to reiterate it and say it and implant it and make me accountable for the things that I need to work on now. So banking, income, purge, residual income, and online business. Those 5 things are definitely a must that you need to work on ASAP, immediately, right now, today. All right. I hope this was a good one. Peace.
Financing, baking, purging, online businesses.
Minimizing your debt.
So I'm thinking about all those things. I'm into fermenting. I'm into sprouting. I'm into making my own natural soda. So I want to take my bottles. It's real. That's real for me. I want to take my container so that I can have my fermented food. That's real for me.
Finance, banking, purging.
And he teaches the snowball effect, and that's the effect that I'm using. And if you don't know what the snowball effect is when you take your bills from largest to smallest and you slowly pay them off. Smallest to largest, and you slowly pay them off.
I was really thinking about it. So the 5 things I have to work on is banking, financing, minimizing my debt, online business, and purging my life here in America.